ridge. Sam calls it A2, but we are going to go up that ridge right up there and have lunch at the rocks that we usually go to. So we're going to have lunch, then come back and then get ready to go on our little hike. And I have Sam and I have Caspian, who's really anxious to go. And I have something exciting to share about an encounter we had. No, it was not a Bigfoot, but I'll share that later. Okay, well, the dog is anxious. We're gonna go have lunch because we're hungry. Okay, so we've had our lunch. We had it on that rock right there. It's our favorite place to hang out. Caspian is all anxious to go. We have to watch the weather because there's going to be thunderstorms later. And boy, when it gets windy and cloudy, it gets cold. So we're prepared for that. Don't know exactly if we're going to go down this ridge or if we're going to go down a draw. We haven't decided. We will just see. And when we're going back to the car to get our stuff to hike, we heard several whistles. Don't know if it was anything, but there is that way a race going on. And so who knows if it was clear over there? I don't know. Sam said it sounded like it was this way. So that was interesting. But yeah, we will see. As I always say, we'll see and hear what we hear. All right. Okay, so we're going up one of my favorite spots here, this Aspen Grove. The first time we came here was October 3rd. So almost a year ago, because this is October 2nd. And Caspian's birthday is October 3rd. But the colors were more advanced last year, I remember. But it still is really pretty. And I just had to get out in the woods. I was going stir crazy at home. But we will see. But look at those pretty colors. Oh. And I continually hear things, so should be an interesting time. Okay, so while we're on a relatively level part of this trail, I'm going to tell you what happened to us yesterday. Actually, it's been happening for a week or so, but yesterday I finally saw it. And that is that there is a bear in our backyard and in the neighbors' yards. And so yesterday I heard a noise, like a hammering noise from my neighbor, and I got up to investigate. And when I did, I went out to the back door, which was open, and there was a bear going across our hill. So I quickly closed the door, and then I watched it climb into our big pine tree and back, and it stayed there and took a nap. And we were actually going to go out here yesterday, but we spent so long looking at the bear, and then by the time we got out to the car, or we're going to, it was like 5:30 or something at night. And we go out to the car and we look up on the hill, and there is the bear looking at us from the shed. And we're like, okay, we don't want to take our dog out here, so I guess not. So, and then besides, by the time we got up there, the sun would have been set. I mean, I don't mind night hiking, but really wanted to get out here during the day this time. But anyway, yeah, but it turned out it was a good thing because it was raining at 6:30 by the time we'd gotten here. So, but yeah, that was my adventure with the bear, and at the end I'll put some pictures and maybe the video of it. So it's funny, so far the only encounter we've had with big predators is at our house. Okay, so that is the story. You can see the beautiful colors. All right, well, we're gonna keep walking this way. Okay, so we made it to the end of the trail, and as you can see, that's the back of Pikes Peak right over there. Ooh, the wind is picking up, and in less than 2 hours it could rain or thunderstorm or both, so we're aware of that. And this is where our excitement began a year ago. If you look in the description, I'll put the link to that video down there. But we heard a bunch of whoops in that forest beyond here and here, and over there is what we call the Washington State Forest, because they're really tall trees and they're very thick and very primeval looking. So, but that direction on that next ridge is the trail where the run is taking place, and I know we heard at least one holler from over there. So I believe we need to avoid that. And if we're gonna go do anything besides go up back up this ridge that way, we probably need to go down that way. But we'll see. So we're gonna rest and have a snack and then see what happens. So we were up there, we had our little snack. I might have heard a wood knock, but it's very unclear. But anyway, we are possibly, and Sam just keeps hitting me, thank you very much, that's by accident. But anyway, we might go down that way. This could be some bushwhacking, but down this next draw, we want to go away from where the runners are. So we're going to go this direction and then up. And it's not too bad yet as far as clouds go, but it could rain or do some thunderstorms. So we don't want to be too far away from the car. All right, well, here we go. So we have found somewhat of a game trail here. And I keep remembering to look up into the trees because, boy, yesterday proved with the bear in the tree that unless you know it's there, you can't see it. So you might just walk by something and not even know it's there. So it's a good idea to look up. All right, so we are going down this thing and then we will see what happens. Here's something a little weird, is these 3 branches in the crook of this tree. And I did test it. You can see right here where it was, I moved it. It's definitely relocated. It wasn't rooted in there. And then there's a broken tree there and a broken tree there, but I don't know if that means anything. And we came from way up there. That's where the ridge is. And then just a second ago, there's a dew on those leaves, and Sam picked one and licked the dew off. He said it was pretty good. I guess that's a pretty good survival trick. Okay, so we're gonna go that way and see what happens. Okay, so we made it down the hill and made it down from there. And I see an X back there. I saw some crow feathers and Sam's looking for them. Now he can't find them. Anyway, but we're gonna have a little break right here on these aspen logs. And then I'm not sure where we are. Do we know? Is this the valley next to the spot or is it a ridge over? It is. Okay, so up there is where another favorite place we like to hike is. But we are gonna sit and relax. And I guess I'm gonna help Sam look for those feathers. Okay, well, we will see or hear what we see or hear. Okay, here's an interesting sight. This long branch goes from all the way up there, all the way down there. And if you see, it's hanging. It is not even touching the ground. Prove it, see? I find that very interesting indeed. Okay, so we came from those aspen logs over there, and this is the trail that we've been on before, and up there is what I call the spot. Sam calls it something different, but the trail that's on that other ridge is up there. And I guess we're gonna go up this trail, and I think we're gonna come to where a valley that we came down that we heard some, I don't remember if they're whoops or hollers, but we definitely heard some voices. And we think it may have been what's commonly known in the Bigfoot world as voices in the woods. So anyway, and if you keep going down that way and you turn to the left, you're going to come to the path that goes below that hill over there. So, all right. Well, we're going to go up and see what happens. Okay, so I misunderstood Sam. Actually, this is the Coyote Hill. This is a very steep path that goes up on the top of that ridge, and that is where Sam got zapped a week after Halloween, the first time we were here. And then we're going to go up that way, and we came from that way, and we'd also apparently bushwhacked up that way before. So, okay, and the dog is, of course, anxious to go, and there is an interesting aspen tree break right there. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Okay, so you probably are going to hear them, but we have come across some gun shots, and it's that way, and our car is over that way, so we're going to follow up the draw. That is what I call the spot hill. That is the Coyote Hill, but we're not going to go up that way. We're going to go up that way. This is too bad because it really spoils the Bigfooting. And yeah, if we're scared by that, I don't think the Bigfoot is going to be anywhere near it. It's too bad, and it is also illegal, so we might call the Forest Service. I don't know. Okay, whew, here we go. Here's this exit I've seen before. Oh, yeah. And the gunshots are that way. Could be on the trail. We are going to stay in the woods. This is not fun. I'm way more scared of that than I am bear or Sasquatch. Okay, so we made it up that ridge, and it was steep. My heart was beating so fast, not only because it was really steep and really challenging for me, but because those guns were going off just over that next ridge. They have gone further away now, but still, that was a fear I did not want to encounter. We are actually sitting at the place that we heard the Sierra sound grunt a year ago. That fear was, in a way, so much better than this fear that we've been under, having heard those gunshots, and who knows what those people would do. So this is not the way I wanted this day to go. And the other thing, it proves us that coming on a weekend is a really bad idea. It's better to go on a weekday. Yeah, less hicks. So this was not a very good ending, and we have to go that way. It's not too far, but at least it's not far, and it's far away from where they were shooting the guns. So we did exactly what Sam had said to do. If we hear gunshots, is to take cover, to hide, and to go the opposite way, and that's what we did. Okay, so we'll rest, and then we'll go back to our truck. Okay, so now we're going back. They've either moved further that way, or they've stopped. There's definitely still gunshots going on. We decided that we're not going to do this on Friday, Saturday, Sunday ever. That's when all the hicks seem to come out into the woods. It's very unfortunate. So anyway, we gotta go up this big giant hill. Okay, well, unfortunately we heard things that we did not want to hear. Look at this beautiful spot. This is like one of my favorite spots in the whole world. Unfortunately though, tainted by the gunshots over that way. Way too close. It is a no shooting zone. A no shooting zone should mean no shooting. Whew. Anyway, I think if I remember right, we just have to go up this last hill, and then we'll come to the rock, and then down to the car. When we get home, we are going to chill. So I may take a nap, and I'll probably watch a movie or something because I'm not a napper. Okay, well, we did not hear things that we wanted to hear, and I'm sure that any Sasquatch are either hunkering down or they're far away. It's very sad. Okay, here we go, up the big hill. Here we are at the car, and the gunshots are coming from that way. I'm so tempted to let off some howls. I'm pretty good at making it loud. And then you got a race going on that way with a bunch of yells. That's really nothing, but whew, really spoiled my time because I really needed this. I do this for my therapy for stress. This did not help at all. So we're almost to the car. We're gonna shed these layers and head home in a minute. Okay, so we're to the car, and we're probably gonna drive up 67 a little bit just to have something fun to end this with. I was so tempted, like I said, to do howls, but we didn't. Those people seems like are pretty dangerous, more dangerous than a bear in our backyard. And now we've got the washboard. Okay, so moral of the story, don't go hiking on the weekends. And if you are a shooter, fine and dandy, but don't go where it's a no shooting zone, where there's hiking trails. Okay, that's my lecture for the moment. I'm gonna say goodbye. This is Sasquatch Mom. Have a squatch-tastic day! So there is a bear in that tree. You might be able to see the top of its head, and yeah, it's standing up in the tree and shaking the limbs. I saw it walk across the yard, the back hill. Oh my gosh, it's like so in the tree. This is the first time I have seen a bear out on our property, and we have had bear here for years. I've just never seen one. All of a sudden this fall we've seen them a lot of times. Well, my husband and son have, not me. But yeah, it is in the tree. I am glad I'm inside and my dog is inside, because I am a little afraid of bears. Whew.